Om Vakratunde Mahakaya
Mahakaya Suryakothi
Suryakoti
Samaprabha
Samaprabha
Nirvignam
Nirvignam
Kuru Me Deva
Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu
Sarvakaryeshu
Sarvada
Sarvada
Saraswati
Saraswati
Namastubhyam
Namastuvyam Varade Kamarubini
Madhupini
Vidyarambam
Vidyarambam Karishyami
Karishyami Siddhi
Siddhir
Savatu
Bhavatu
Me
Me
Sada
Sada
Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu
Gurudevo
Devo
Maheshwaraha
Maheshwaraha Guru
Guru
Sakshat
Sakshat
Param
Param
Brahma
Brahma Tasmai
Tasmai
Shri
Shri
Gurave
Gurave Namaha
Namaha
Om Sahana Vavatu
Sahano
Sahano
Bhunaktum
Punaktu Saha Viryam
Sahaviryam
Karavavahe
Karavahe Tejasvina
Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma
Vaditamastu
vidvishavahe
Vidvishavahe
Om
Om
Shanti
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 Shanti Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha
Ath Tritiyodhyayah
Atha Tritiyodyayah
Shri Bhagavan Vacha
Shri Bhagavan Vacha
Shloka number 20 Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim
Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim
Astita janakadayah
Astitha janakadayah
Lokasangrahamevapi
Loka samgrahamevapi
Sampashyan kartumarhasi
Sambharshan kartumarhasi
Yadyadacharate shreshtaha
Yatyadhacharati Shrishtaha
Tattadevetaro janaha
Tattadevedharo janaha
Sayat pramanam kurute
Sayat pramanam kurute
Lokastadanu vartate
Lokasthadanu vartate
Name partasti kartavyam
Name bhardhasti khadavyam
Trishu lokeshu kinchana
Trishu lokeshu kinchana
Nanavaptamavaptavyam
Nanavapthamavaptavyam
Vartayeva cha karmani
Vartha eva cha karmani
23rd shloka we have to see. And in the 22nd shloka, Bhagavan said, He Partha, Mama Kartavyam, Trishalokeshu, Kartavyam Karma Nasti. Avaptavyam, Anavaptavyam, Avaptavyam Nasti. Yadyapi Kartavyam Trishalokeshu Nasti. Anavaptavyam, Avaptavyam, Anavaptam, Avaptavyam Nasti. Anavaptam, Avaptavyam Nasti. Tatapi Karmani Eva Agam Varte. Even though I don't have to be done karma in all the three lokas, I don't have anything left to be accomplished. It means what is to be accomplished is accomplished. Still I do karma. Why? Loka sangraha vapi, as said in the previous shloka 20. Sampashyan kartum hargasi. And also, Lokaha tadanuvartate. Yaga sreshtaha pramanam krute. What the Sreshta Purusha, noble people, do, that becomes a norm for the people of the world to follow. Followers emulate what the great people, do. Therefore, I also do, because Krishna is also famous. Is also famous. People look up to him as a model. Even Arjuna, he was looking up to him as a model. He is Ishvara Bhagavan, that is different thing. But as a son of Vasudeva and as a knowledgeable person, even Arjuna also look up to Krishna. So when Krishna himself doing, and in the previous shloka he said that it, as a Bhagavan, in, in the previous shloka, anavaptam avaptavyam, Trishu. So all these are the statements from the standpoint of Ishvara. So as a son of Vasudeva, or Vasudeva as Ishvara, as Bhagavan, in both ways, he doesn't have to do any karma, no need, no compulsion, no sanction of any karma, or, or any karma left undone is not there. Even though not there, still he does. Why? Because Krishna is not an ordinary person, and therefore people look up to him. So what he does, that becomes the model, that becomes a norm. So that's what he said. And now he says, the next shloka, suppose if I don't do, what is to be done? Even though by doing I don't have anything to accomplish. Because everything is accomplished. Everything is myself. So what is there to accomplish? So even though nothing to be accomplished by karma, I do karma. I still do karma. Suppose if I don't do, then what will happen? I will be misleading the people. People will follow me. People will imitate me. We have a book, that's a book, Imitation of Christ. Even in Gita itself is that is Sthitaprajna. Sthitaprajna Lakshanani. Why did Arjuna ask Sthitaprajna Lakshanani? To imitate, to fake it and fake it to make it. Imitation is not just for the sake of imitation, faking to make it. Fake it to make it. So therefore, if I do, people follow. If I don't do, people follow. They also will stop doing karma. They also stop following their duty, what to be done. So therefore, that he says in the next shloka, the following shloka. If I don't do, then what will happen? I will become the cause of the confusion, the cause of disturbance in the society. So that's he says in the next shloka. Let us read. Why was Krishna always in the midst of action? Yes. Why is he doing one action or the other? If he doesn't have any job, he simply takes a flute and plays, as Swamiji says. Now in the Kurukshetra, he has taken up the job of driving the chariot of Arjuna. He has his own kingdom and citizens to be taken care. Always is busy doing one job or other. Why? This is answered in this following shloka, 23. Yadi, okay, let us chant this. Yadi hyaham navarteyam
Yadi hyaham navarteyam.
Jatu karmanyatandritaha
Jatu karmanyatandritaha.
mama vartmanuvartante.
Mama vatmar nuvartante.
Manushya partha sarvashaha.
Manushya partha sarvashaha.
Yadi aham karmani navarteyam atandritaha. Tandritaha atandritaha. Tandra means laziness, alasya. Yadi aham karmani navarteyam. If I don't engage in action, navarteyam. Aham navarteyam. Vritta to atmanipai. Varteyam uttam purusha. Ekavachanam. Aham navarteyam. If I don't engage in karma without laziness, being lazy, then what happens? Mama Vartama, my path. Vartma is path. Mama Margam, Anuvartante, Manushyaha, E Partha, Sarvashaha, in all ways, all possibilities. Manushyaha, Lokaha, they follow me. If I don't engage in karma, they follow me, giving me as an excuse. Say when Bhagavan, when he Krishna, as Bhagavan as or as the known person, the Sreshta Purusha, when he himself doesn't do anything, why should I do? So people may give me as an excuse for not doing karma. So that is not proper. When when Jnani Krishna doesn't do, when Jnani Krishna doesn't do, it means he doesn't have anything to do. Therefore, he doesn't do. He need not do also, but he does. Jnani Krishna, suppose if he doesn't do, but people they will not look at his jnana. They will look at only he is not doing karma. Why don't you imitate his jnana? At least attempt to get this jnanam. That they will not do. They will take only what is convenient. That's a story Ramakrishna Paramahamsa tells. This is not in the life of Adi Shankaracharya, but it's a story. When Adi Shankaracharya, when he was going on a pilgrimage from Kshetrada, from one Kshetra to another Kshetra, one place to another place. When he was moving from one place to another place with his disciples, on the way he saw a toddy shop, liquor shop. So they say he went inside, Shankaracharya. He went inside and took a glass and drank and came. Seeing him, his disciples also followed. They also went, took a glass. They got intoxicated, but nothing happened to Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya observed this. Then he went to another shop, ironsmith shop. There the ironsmith, he was melting iron. He took a cup of molten iron and drank, and he came out. Seeing that, disciples were shocked. They did not go inside. They did not like what they followed in the toddy shop, liquor shop, what he did, Shankaracharya did. That imitation they did not do here in the ironsmith shop. Because drinking molten iron, what will happen? The throat will burn, the person will die. So, seeing this, Shankaracharya said, don't imitate me. For me, the liquor or the molten iron doesn't matter. Both are same. I don't have any raga or dvesha for this. But since you Or since you have Raga Desha, you took liquor because you're Raga for it. And Desha for molten iron because you're afraid of that it burns it burns your throat. It will it is that molten iron. What will molten iron cause? Even you cannot grab it by your hand. What to talk of drinking it? Impossible. Cannot imagine of that even that action. That's Shankaracharya did. So don't follow, don't imitate me. If at all to be imitated, imitate the jnanam. That is, one has to gain the jnanam what he had. That's what that was a message. So therefore, imitation by convenience. Imitation is should be if you are imitating, imitate what is to be imitated. You cannot just imitate the action based on your raga and dvesha. So if Bhagavan Krishna here or Krishna as Sreshta Purusha, if he doesn't do, people will imitate because it is easy to follow convenience. It is easy to follow convenience. Therefore, they give that as excuse. This is how most of the people are. So giving excuse and following Krishna, since Krishna himself doesn't perform any action, so why should I do? Therefore, he says, here, if I don't do karma, if I don't do what is to be done, then people will follow me in all ways. They follow me. So following me, and what they will gain? Following me, that is to the convenience. They will neither gain the Purushartha accomplishable in this loka, as well as the Purushartha, Moksha Purushartha, that is also ruled out for them. They become lazy. That is the idea. So therefore, in order to make them perform karma for their own benefit, I also do. That is a loka sangraha. Welfare of the people is not directly he does any charity job. Making the people do by himself doing action, himself following the duties. That is loka sangraha. So therefore here he says, because should I ever not engage myself in action without being lazy, O Partha, people would follow my example in every way. Here Krishna told Arjuna that if he became inactive, all human beings would follow him in this respect because it is easy. Laziness is easy. So Krishna doesn't do, I also will not do. They may not have followed him in certain other aspects. That's what convenience, following to the convenience. Like Shankaracharya, when he had samadrishti towards the molten iron and the liquor, the Shishya didn't have. They have raga for liquor and dvesha for molten iron. So they may not have followed him certain other aspects. But in this matter of action, they would definitely follow him because easy. Already laziness is there. Already dvesha is towards doing karma. See what Krishna is doing, they would say. He just sits. Therefore, we should all just sit too. What is the use of doing anything? This life of samsara is useless. Therefore, let us do nothing. No one who performs action ever achieves anything. All these excuses they will give. What is this life? The samsara is nothing. It is useless. It is mithya. Whatever you gain in year, it will go away in time. So then what is the purpose of doing? So let us not do anything. Very conveniently, quoting Krishna, they remain quiet, not doing anything. By not doing, neither they get sukha in this loka and impossible sukha in the other loka also. By doing only you get punyam or papam. Punyam is required. Punyam is required even for moksha pursuit. Some punyam is required. And only when punyam is there, you will come across a teacher. You will come across Shotriya Brahmanishta, a guru from whom you can learn. Punyam, of course, required for next janma, the other loka. If karma is not done, negligence of karma, it is, in fact, it is papam. Even though not doing directly doesn't invite papam, but nobody sits quiet, not doing anything. When what is to be done is not done, then they will be doing something else, which should not be done. Therefore, they will be doing papaka papam. All these are to the convenience. So therefore, what he does, what Bhagavan does, what Shreshtaha, Krishnaha Purusha does, that becomes the norms for the people to follow. So therefore, Bhagavan knows. Therefore, he is very cautious. That is why he does karma. That is why he keeps on doing one action or the other. All that is achieved by this line of thinking, of course, that you become worse. It is like saying that everyone who underwent any treatment eventually died. I should not undergo any treatment of any kind. Or because everyone who eats has problem at one time or the other, I should not eat. That people will not follow. Everyone who talks quarrels with someone, therefore I should not talk. I decide not to talk simply because when you talk, it causes problem. Doesn't really solve the problem. There's another thing. Not talking is not a solution. Talking when required, that is intelligence. Talking causes problem is that talk should be avoided. And that talk should be done which doesn't cause any friction. So one should know even how to talk. But not talking is not a solution. Then why Bhagavan has given the mouth? So you may not, okay, if you don't talk, you may not be talking externally, but you will be definitely be talking internally. There will always be the mental chattering. Previously you talk to people, now you talk only to yourself. That is dangerous. There may be a problem caused by talking, but it will not be solved by not talking. Yes, that is not a solution. Eating is a problem, non-eating is not a solution. Talking is a problem, not talking is not a solution. One may observe maunam, speech. That is one day in a week, that is different. But completely not talking is not good. And the person will be, yes, is said here, will be talking to himself. All the time he will be mentally chattering. He'll be talking to himself. He becomes mad. Krishna knew that if he did nothing, everyone would follow him because doing nothing always looks easy. The activity definitely implies a certain will and also effort. Effort is involved. Effort and will. Effort is always difficult. Where effort is required, there is certain pain. A movement is involved. Physical movement or mental movement. Some intellectual effort also. People like physical laziness and intellectual lethargy. Both are dangerous. So activity implies a certain will, certain effort. Thus, there is a tendency to go for the convenient or the pleasant and to avoid anything that is painful. Action involves movement of the limbs and the muscles. So that is painful. People generally think that the most pleasant activity of all is to do nothing. Doing something may imply pain and therefore is thought to be unpleasant. Thus, if people are to do anything at all, it should be only something that is pleasant. If, however, you keep to this course, life will eventually becomes full of painful situations because you have done only the pleasant, leaving undone whatever is painful. In this way, you are left only with the painful. You become a pain to yourself and to everyone else as well. If you keep on postponing the painful, then you will be stuck with the painful alone. The pleasant is done and the painful remains undone. In fact, there need be nothing painful about such activities providing you do them. Then they are out of your way and you have only the pleasant to do. Still, people are people, which is the reason why the Krishna, the king of Dwaraka, praised as an avatara, an incarnation of Ishvara, had to set an example and perform action. Further, Krishna says, next shloka we will see next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ धन्यवादः।